The foreigner nobody expected. In the 90s, Muay Thai was still a world almost inaccessible for foreign fighters. Very few foreigners managed to earn the respect of local fighters. Even entering a stadium like Rajadamnern meant confronting prejudices, skeptical looks, and a hierarchy that rarely opened its doors. But there was someone who not only opened them, but knocked them down. Charles Skarbowsky, the tattooed dragon, a Frenchman who arrived without legendary last names, but with an ambition that burned stronger than his own inner fire, and a legacy that still echoes in every corner of Bangkok. This is Rouge mindset. From France to the temples of Muay Thai. Jean-Charles wasn't born with gloves in his hands. He was born in France at a time when Muay Thai was exotic, not mainstream. And before becoming a legend, the truth is he was just a young man like many others, curious, restless, searching for his place. He tried various disciplines: karate, kung fu, judo, French boxing, aikido. But everything changed when he was 15 years old and walked into Andre Zito's gym for the first time. In his first training, Andre pushed him, hit him. Jean-Charles fell backward with pain in his tailbone. But something ignited inside him, because for the first time he felt somebody truly saw him. Someone actually remembered his name and called him by his surname. Andre didn't just become his coach, he became like a father to Jean-Charles, because his biological father died when Jean-Charles was only 13. And that's how his Muay Thai story really began. The foreigner who conquered the heart of Thailand. Jean-Charles didn't settle for training in France. He wanted to go to the heart of Muay Thai, Thailand. He moved to Bangkok with nothing but his willpower. He trained, fought, and won. Jean-Charles' story in Thailand is a story of someone who earned respect step by step. There was no Farang at the top of the rankings until he did it. He was #1 at the Rajadamnern Stadium not once but twice, something almost unimaginable for a foreigner. He won European and world titles. ISCA World Champion, 3 times European Muay Thai Champion, King's Cup Champion, and he did it in front of elite fighters who seemed untouchable. Legendary fights against Buakaw. Jean-Charles Skarbowsky wasn't just a foreigner fighting in Thailand. He was a real competitor in the heart of Muay Thai. He trained with legends like Saenchai, and he faced Thai champions for years in their own stadiums, under the rules, in front of their people. He didn't win every fight, but with every fight, he earned something even harder: respect. And among all those battles, there's one fight that fans never forget: his epic battle against Buakaw Banchamek. The context was unusual. They say Jean-Charles found out on the plane that he wouldn't fight a Chinese opponent as planned, but against Buakaw, one of the most feared fighters of his generations. To make things tougher, he arrived with an eye injury. He could have said no, but Jean-Charles wasn't someone who backed down. He accepted. The fight took place in China, and it was as brutal as unexpected. The ferocity of Skarbowsky against Buakaw's technical precision. In the middle of the crossfire, there was an unforgettable moment. Jean-Charles landed a shot so solid it made Buakaw's mouthguard fly out. The crowd went wild, and even though it was an incredible, exciting fight, Buakaw won that night. The Dragon's lethal weapons. What made Jean-Charles different? Many things. Dangerous hands, not just power, but surgical precision. Distance reading, always a step ahead, even when it looked like he was stepping back. Rhythm and timing. The tempo of the fight in his head before it even happened. Refined technique, high kicks, clean knees, combinations that look like poetry. Adaptation, he learned to fight like a Thai, but with an European heart. It wasn't a senseless force, it was instinct, refined with discipline and an unpredictable spark that confused his opponents. Even drunk, he dominated MMA fighters. Jon Jones is known for his unconventional lifestyle. He's not the typical fighter who strictly guards his mind and diet or lives a highly structured life. And yet, he's one of the most beloved and remembered fighters. There's a story that he once trained drunk with MMA fighters and still dominated them all. No one knows how he does it, how he managed to have so much precision even without being fully conscious, but he did. Jon Jones walked into the ring half asleep, half drunk, and ended up dominating everyone with apparent ease. It wasn't a formal fight, it wasn't a competition, it was almost like a sparring session with friends. And still, many in that gym still speak of that night as a huge lesson in humility, but also in technique, precision, and love for the fight. Life outside the cage, music, gyms, and teaching. Outside the ring, Jon Jones isn't just a fighter, he's a lover of music, culture, and of life. Reggae, rhythm, and the calm after battle became both of his refuge and celebration. After retiring from elite fights, he opened Skarbowsky Gym in France and in Bangkok. There, he doesn't teach just punches. He teaches mindset, calm, instinct, everything he learned and put into practice over years. Even years after his glory days, he's still a recognized fighter and is frequently invited to give training sessions at different events.
Let me say now. Them just a come back and tell me how things will run. How them fi do that, Lord the Lord. Just a come back and tell me how things will run. Yeah, people, this is Majesty, the son of the great legendary Daniki. I mean, I said, this is my final week in France, Paris. I am in Paris now. Link Junior Right, Mama Session Youth. Remember, you pay for 3 dub, you get 1 free. Yeah? Just link Junior Right and talk about.
The day Jon Jones was afraid. In 2024, Charles Skarbowsky was invited to train with Jon Jones, who was preparing for his fight at UFC 309. Skarbowsky, already retired and with over 90 fights under his belt, accepted, just for fun. No contract, no conditions. On the first day, they did sparring with only kicks. Jones, at 6'4" and over 242 pounds.
So, I want to thank the GOAT, Jon Jones, to allow me to come in your team. I'm really proud. I had a great moment with you.
I had a great time with you. Big thank you to all the French students at Jon Charles' original school for allowing him to be in America for so long. I appreciate you guys sharing Jon with us. We had a great time.
Thank you so much, Jon.
Great time.
And you got a lot of fun in France, and we are all with you for your next fight.
Merci.
Merci. Merci. Et bisous à tous.
Was sweating like crazy. Skarbowsky remained unshakable. And when he asked if they wanted to add punches, Jon responded no. Jon Charles says he smiled and could tell that Jones was afraid. That day, Jon asked him to stay 3 full months as part of the camp. And even though he couldn't stay that long, Jon Charles was the only coach for whom Jones canceled his entire weekly schedule. Legacy, respect, and heart. Today, Jon Charles Skarbowsky is not just a name. He is living history of Muay Thai, a French legend honored in the heart of Thailand. An example that respect isn't demanded, it's earned. From the streets of France to the temples of Muay Thai in Bangkok, the tattooed dragon wrote his own destiny. And his story continues to inspire those who know that fighting is not just about punches, but decisions, patience, instinct, and mindset. This is Rouge Mindset.